What is up, people? This is Gibby Baby, my Washington football team franchise. This is the last week, week 18, going up against the New York Giants. I'm 6-10, and the New York Giants are 5-11. But first, before we do that, I want to go into some of our re-signing players that are eligible to re-sign. But first, I want to stop negotiations with certain players that I'm just not interested in. The first one is Kyle Allen. He's the backup quarterback. He's not good. He's a 65 overall. I don't want him on my team. I'm not interested. The same thing with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a 74 overall, but I'm just not interested. I want to move forward with getting a new quarterback. Antonio Gandy-Golden out of Liberty. Not interested. He's a 68 overall. This is his third season, I believe, with the Washington football team, and there's no point of even going through negotiations. I'm interested in signing new wide receivers and getting a fresh crop of wide receivers. Daniel Wise, 62 overall, right defensive end, not interested. Bunmi Rotimi out of Old Dominion, 60 overall, number 57. We're not interested in him. And then just one player right here that's eligible for re-signing, Charles Leno Jr. More than likely, we're going to re-sign this guy. He's a 78 overall. He fits our scheme for pass protection. And also Brandon Scher, we're probably going to re-sign him. Not right now. Probably do it after week 18. I guess technically after the season is over with. He's an 86 overall. He's a superstar development trait. He's still, I don't even think he's 20 yet. I think he's like 29. Casey Toohill, he's our right defensive end. Have a little bit of interest in him. He's only a 66 overall, but I mean, we're probably not going to re-sign him. I think we can probably get a better backup right in. Tim Settle, we're probably not going to re-sign him, even though I'm just going to still have negotiations open for some form of interest. Jared Norris, left outside linebacker, really not interested in re-signing him. We're probably going to let him go. John Bostic out of Florida, 30 years old, 73 overall, normal development trait. I'm just going to keep negotiations open, but more than likely we're not going to sign him. He's a right outside linebacker and been in the league for 8 years. And then you have David Mayo from Texas State. Really not interested. 68 overall. He's decent. I'm open to looking into free agency for other right outside linebackers. I'm not really sold on, keeping him. And plus, I don't know much about him. Then you have Jordan Kanazik, if I'm saying his name right. He's a 65 overall. Not interested. I'm really not interested in these like third, fourth string, maybe even second string players on our team. Then you have the cornerback core. We have Darryl Roberts. He's decent. Coming out of college, playing for Marshall. He's a veteran, 30 years old. Just gonna leave negotiations open with him. Leave that on the table for him. And then we have our next cornerback, Corn Elder out of Miami. Not really interested in him. And here we have Torrey McTire, not interested. I'm not going to say not interested for these players. I'm just going to leave it open. And you have those other players. They're more so core special team players. Then you have Bobby McCain out of Memphis, 74 overall, our free safety. He's decent, but I'm probably not going to re-sign him. Joey Sly, Virginia Tech, veteran, 2-year veteran. Huge leg. We know he's like a 98 leg power, but he's a 75 kick accuracy. And, I'm not the best at kicking the ball in this game. And so as you can see, I'm changing the depth chart for my wide receivers. I want to get Diami Brown, our rookie out of North Carolina, some more playing time because I want to find out what his hidden development trait is. He's 316 out of 500 downs he's played, and so I need some more downs. I need about 174 downs to play him to find out what his hidden development trait is. And we have Montez Sweat. He's not injured anymore. taking him off IR. 83 overall. As you can see, he's a pretty good right defensive tackle. And then I'm highlighting this right now because I have some players that are on the IR and they're able to return. And so I decided to return Daryl Roberts. As you can see, Cosme, our right tackle, and Jared Norris, they were available to be returned off IR, but they're not anymore. Cosme and Norris, they're on IR, but they're not able to return. And that's because I returned Sweat and Daryl Roberts off of IR. And so since I returned those two gentlemen off of IR, I have to take two players. I have to cut them, and that's going to be Daniel Wise, and it's going to be Jordan Kinesic. I can't pronounce his name. That's probably why I'm cutting him. But anyway, we have Antonio Gibson right up here. And Antonio Gibson, he's trying to meet his season goal of 1,250 yards, and right now he has 1,124. So he's going to need about 126 yards in this game to be able to meet his season goal. And that's just going to contribute to his legacy greatly. And he needs one more rushing yard, one more touchdown to get 10 touchdowns for the season. And we have Terry McLaurin, and his goal is 1,200 yards. And he has 1,178, so he needs about 22 more yards. So now we're going up against those New York Giants playing in at their home. As you can see, Daniel Jones. This is the last game of the season. Like I said, this is week 18. So we're just hoping to finish strong with at least one win before the season ends, just to go off on some positivity. And in real life, obviously, the Washington football team this week, we became the Washington Commanders. But in this Madden franchise, I'm gonna continue going by the Washington football team with this franchise. So that's what I have. We're getting pumped up for the game, going against our NFC rivals, our NFC East rivals. You see Taylor Heineke, he's thrown over 25 interceptions on the season, 22 touchdowns. Starting off, Washington with the ball. We handed it to Gibson. He gets a couple yards from that play. Let's say about 7 or 8 yards from that play. It's 3rd and 1. We're trying to get the first down, and McKinney, the linebacker for the New York Giants, he stops us by inches. It's 4th and inches. We decided to punt the ball and give it to those New York Giants. Number 22. Oh, and he gets popped. He gets the fumble. Coughs up the ball. We almost get the ball. Washington almost gets the ball, but number 33 for the Giants picks up the ball for them. We almost got that ball back, you all. If we would have got that ball back, that would have been amazing. We could have scored on that play, but unfortunately we didn't. And as you can see, we have Daniel Jones, the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. Young Daniel Jones. Whew. In his 3rd season, Jonathan Allen takes him down with the sack fumble, and Barkley picks it up to recover the fumble. And now it's 3rd and 14. Giants have the ball on Washington's side. Daniel throws it to Barkley, and he gets popped by Cameron Curl. 31 safety for the Washington football team. We get the ball back. It's 2nd and 6. We throw a slant off to Antonio Gibson. He almost gets us the first down. We missed it by a couple of yards. It's 3rd and 1, and we do a quarterback sneak with Heineke, and he gets us the first down. 3rd and 15. We try to pass the ball, but unfortunately it's intercepted by the Giants' Love. I believe he's a cornerback, number 20. And he does a little dance because he's happy. He's excited. And the New York Giants get the ball back. Unfortunately, shotgun, fake handoff. And they pass the ball to Shepard, their wide receiver, number 3 out of Oklahoma. Ball is handed off to Barkley. He gets popped by Landon Collins, the safety, number 26. It's 3rd and 2. Giants trying to get the first down, but instead it's intercepted by William Jackson III, the Washington football team. This cornerback we just signed in the offseason. He takes it home for a pick 6, and Washington is now up 7-0 against the New York Giants. Just an outstanding read right here by the cornerback. He anticipates that interception. It was intended for It was intended for Kenny Golladay, and the Giants fans are just pissed off. Score 7-0. Giants with the ball. Jones throws it up. Slayton, the wide receiver, he makes an awesome aggressive catch, and I tried to user that with the defender, as you can see, and I just didn't have enough anticipation. I couldn't really see the ball on that play, unfortunately. Giants in the shotgun. It's 3rd and 7. Jones throws the ball, and it's almost intercepted by Jamin Davis. And once again, I was trying to do a user pick, and I just got too anxious, and I accidentally pressed the start button, the pause button on that play. But anyway, the Giants were able to score a field goal on that drive. We pass it off to Seals Jones, our number 2 tight end, number 83. He gets us the first down. We throw it off to the right to McKissick. He jukes the defender, and he's taken down by number 29. Looks like that was McKinney out of Alabama. 30 inches. We hand the ball to Antonio Gibson, and he gets us the first down. First and 15. On the prior play, there was a penalty, a holding penalty. Excuse me, it wasn't a holding penalty. It was a false start. And we throw it off to the side to our rookie wide receiver Brown for a couple of yards. And Taylor Heineke on this play just gets sacked by Ojulari, rookie linebacker out of Alabama. Excuse me, not out of Alabama, Georgia. And instead, we didn't make anything of that drive, so we had to get the ball back to the Giants on the 26-yard line. Incompletion. Ingram drops the pass on that hit by Cameron Curl. The Giants get the ball back. Washington has the ball now. Have Antonio Gibson pushing, breaking a couple of tackles to get the first down. Antonio Gibson, all he needs is 125 yards, which is a pretty good game for a running back to be able to meet his season goal of 1,250 yards. Fake handoff, play action. We toss it up to Diami Brown, and he catches the ball, and he gets us the Washington football team first down. We're getting a little bit of momentum so we can hopefully score on this drive. We're in the shotgun. Taylor Heineke throws it to the right to McLaurin, our future Pro Bowl wide receiver. Third and 3 inches to go. Get the ball back to McLaurin, and he's able to get us the first down on that play. And we do another quarterback sneak, and Taylor Heineke is able to score a rushing touchdown. And it's roll your boat. We got the team involved. We got Thomas back there. Taylor Heineke's leading the way on that touchdown celebration. And yeah, Daniel Jones to the slant to the left. Barkley breaks a couple tackles after the catch, and that was a weird animation. He just kind of like teleported to the ball. I don't think he should have caught it. As you can see, we get a sack on that play. We have our lineman bull rushing the Giants' offensive lineman to put pressure on Daniel Jones, but he gets the first down on that one play. And it looks like it was about to be another interception by William Jackson III, 23 on that play, but instead, Galley gets the ball. But Darryl Roberts makes up for it with an interception, takes for about 15 yards, makes a spin move, makes an awesome spin move. And Darryl Roberts is trying to get that re-signed contract with the Washington football team. He wants to be here. And as you can see, he just goes up and gets this ball. It's a pretty easy interception, but I mean, you still have to go up there and get the ball and jump for it and use your athleticism. And he showed it on that play. Going into halftime, Antonio Gibson breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets about a 15-yard run on that drive. He's motivated. He's trying to get motivated to get that 125 to be able to meet that season goal for the season. By the way, this is his second season coming out of Memphis, a third-round pick last year, converted from wide receiver in college. He did a little bit of, like I said, wide receiver and running back in college, and He's primarily a running back on this team, more of a receiving running back on the team. But the Giants, they're trying to score on this drive. The score is 14-3. They're a pretty bad team this season also. Like I said prior, when this video started, they're 5-11. So more than likely, they could possibly have a top 10 draft pick in the NFL this offseason. Passing off to Ingram, their tight end, 88. And he gets the first down. Jamin Davis takes him down. Our star dev rookie linebacker out of Kentucky. And Khalid Hudson is able to get the sack against Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones stepping back. He's trying to throw the slant to Barkley, but instead throws it looks like to his backup tight end or his lineman on accident. And so the New York Giants have to settle for a field goal on that play. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Thomas makes a tippy-toe catch. That was an awesome catch for us to get the first down. We have our momentum meter all the way up, so we're definitely taking advantage of some of the perks that we have for this momentum being up. It's 2nd and 1. We're gonna hand the ball to Gibson, and he's just gonna push through for the first down. Taken down by safety Logan Ryan for the New York Giants. Another slant play to Gibson. He hurdles, makes a spin move, but then he gets popped on the play right there. Looks like he got popped by 49. Another McKinney linebacker for the New York Giants. And Carter right there takes down Heineke for the sack. Heineke with another slant. That's about his third or fourth slant on this game. McKissick with the catch. We tried to settle for the field goal, but Sly, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it on that kick. I need to get better with these field goals. Had David Mayo taking down that offensive player for the New York Giants. It's 3rd and 4. The Giants trying to get the first down, but instead Darryl Roberts almost gets the interception. That's the second time we had a cornerback in this game have an opportunity to get their second interception and then we just get popped right there. Corn Elder, he just got popped right there. He's not coming back next season, I can tell you that. He's not going to be on the roster to compete, to be on the roster in the preseason. He's a 69, 68 overall cornerback. And like I said, we're just going to go toward the free agency pool. And as you can see, we get that truck move. Logan Thomas bows over his defender, Love. But we're going to go into the offseason and try to look for a lot of these backup players that we're deciding not to resign, like Darryl Roberts, Corn Elder, linebacker, Mayo. All those players we talked about from the beginning of the video. We're just going to go to the free agency pool and see if there might be better players that we can sign, or there might be, better contracts that we can get. And as you can see, Antonio Gibson, he gets the 1 touchdown that he needs to make 10 touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. So that's another season goal he's been able to meet on this season. So that's definitely going to be a boost at the end of the season when it comes to XP for him. Passing off to Galladay, Jones does. And this is pretty much less than 3 minutes in the game. The score is 21-6. It doesn't look like the Giants are going to be able to come back to tie the game up or possibly win it. So all we're trying to do is just waste the clock. 2 minutes left in the game. Giants are desperate. I guess they're trying. And then there we go right there. That's another fumble. And then Darryl Roberts picks up the fumble, and he's having a pretty good game right here. And that's pretty much it. Score is 23. Washington Giants 6. We win this game. We were able to go off on a positive note with the last game of the season. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the playoffs this year. But it is what it is. I'm going to try to get better at this game. As you can see, Daniel Jones right there shaking some hands before the end of the game. It's the end of their season, the New York Giants. And as you can see, just the New York Giants just look downtrodden. Jones with his head hanging down. It looks like this might be the last season for him. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens in the offseason for Daniel Jones, since that's the New York Giants it was, or I guess it currently is still their franchise quarterback. He threw for 200 yards. Tan Heineke threw for 150 yards with 76% completion. Antonio Gibson gets 155 yards, so that's 30 yards over what he needed a minimum to meet his 1,250 yard season goal. He got that. See Galladay with the receiving receptions, 58 receiving yards and 4 catches. Landon Collins, 6 solo tackles, 2 assists. Love, 6 solo tackles and 4 assists. 10 total tackles. He did get that truck stick on him, though. That was real bad. And so you all can look at some of the stats before the end of this game. I appreciate you all watching this video. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the playoffs, but I am thankful that you all were able to continue on this ride with me during the season. Looking forward to going into the off-season plans that we have for the Washington football team, some of the moves that we're going to make. At the game, we had 15 first downs. We were able to meet our staff goal with that and 150 yards rushing. And Antonio Gibson, we're going to get an upgrade. We're going to upgrade his power back. That's one of our schemes. He's a good, decent receiving He's a good receiving running back. He's elusive, but we wanted to work on his power. And Breeden Speaks, linebacker, he gets an upgrade. But anyway, looking forward to talking about the playoffs, who won the Super Bowl in the next episode, and possibly be able to get some more off-season footage. And if you haven't seen my other episodes, please check it out. Like and subscribe. Peace.